Hey, Shalom. First off, we'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kahamadah. So why thank Yahweh for giving us Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, who had the 100% spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, our big brothers. Greetings and salutations to the brothers in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. Here we are again at Let the Scripture Speak in NYC. All right? And what's on our minds through the Spirit, Lord willing, is basically we are on the Most High's time. We're on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's time scale. All right, and what I mean by that is basically that when that basically what it is, that we have to fit his time schedule for when he wants something to be done, whether it be this kingdom go down or this kingdom rise up, this kingdom that peace or this kingdom that war, especially in judgments, whether dealing with actual spirits, man. You know, because at the end of the day, everybody on earth is a spirit first before they are flesh. Your spirit before your body. Without the spirit, there's no body. So, with that understanding that we are on the Most High's time, then you would have to, how should I say, reincarnation becomes a little more clearer. So reincarnation means basically what? Back in the flesh. And when you die, when one dies, their body goes back to the earth, and then the spirit goes back to the Father because he is a Father of spirits. And you go receive your judgment. You know, you did this on the earth, this whatever have you. You know, you receive judgment, and you go right back down. You know, to receive your judgment again. You know, and when you go back in the flesh, which is your body, you know, you become earth, and you're amongst other spirits, which are other people, right? Multiple people bring our cities, and I always say, wait, there's no city without citizens. And cities are, so that means if people become citizens back on earth and become, reincarnated into bodies, furthermore, which makes cities, a bunch of people making cities, then that means cities are reincarnated. All right, as well. Starts with the citizens. So Babylon the Great, which is called America, is no different. Basically, all you people here are back for judgment, to receive the Most High judgment. Got something?
This is Matthew 24, verse 36. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Right? And the time that we're speaking about, or that hour is speaking about the time of judgment, which you were going into. Everybody here today is either going to get judged or going to get delivered. And that ultimate judgment is going to be those missiles and the destruction that's going to take place in America. Right? But that hour, that time that's going to happen, nobody knows but the Father. Right? Only the Most High knows when judgment is going to fully set on this place. Meaning when the missiles are going to get shot over here. When all total destruction, when America, just like, when the prophecy is going to America being destroyed, when Babylon being destroyed, that time, the Most High only knows. You see? All right, so I'll read that again. Go ahead. Right? It says, Matthew 24, verse 36. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
That's right. We'll read that. So basically that scripture's going to basically when the Lord comes back, that's what we call it's called the day of the Lord in many names, but one of the main ones is Judgment Day. That's what it is. It's Judgment Day. Why? Because because ultimately, when the Lord comes back, He's coming to judge for the righteous. Actually, get that in the Revelation 19th chapter. It's I believe it's he said the key word is reward. The Lord's coming back to give a reward to. It's in the 19th chapter of if you've done good or bad, basically. You know, the Most High is coming to judge, but He's coming to judge the righteous and the wicked. You know, part of judgment, again, at the end of the day, is death. You know, if you're done wickedly. And the majority of the world, damn near 99% of the world is a wicked world, and people in this world are wicked. So Judgment Day is upon us, man. Is upon you, the wicked. You got it? Okay.
Revelation 22:12. It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me.
Yeah, my reward, behold, I come quickly, my reward is with me. All right? The Lord said He comes quickly, man. He does, because technically, we're on the Most High's time. Real quick, get Peter's 3:8 real quick. All right? Now, it seems wrong to us, but you're going to see why it's not too long for the Lord. All right?
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 8. But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day...
Yeah, be not ignorant. We always go into this. Be not ignorant. It says what it says, man. Meaning, do not go around not knowing this in the believer of the what you call God and the Lord. You got to know this scripture. That's what He's saying. Be not ignorant of this scripture. Again.
But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day.
Again.
But, beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord.
One day with the Lord.
As 1,000 years.
As 1,000 years.
And 1,000 years as one day.
And 1,000 years as one day. Okay, so simply just what it says. All right? That basically when the Lord said He's going to come, that's what we said. The Lord, technically what? Been over 2,000 years ago that the Lord was here. Right? But according to that scripture, it's only been 2 days, a little bit over 2 days. That's why the Lord said He's going to come back and rise and come back on the third day, which we're inside of that third day. Right? So that's why the Lord said, behold, I come quickly, because it is kind of quick for Him. It's only been 2 days since the Lord got crucified, man. Right. And see, you have to know that. The scriptures just said that. Be not ignorant. Because with that understanding, then you can break down the book of Genesis. You understand that the world wasn't created in 7 days, like 24-hour days, like the churches like to explain to you. No. According to our time, it was 7,000 years. 6,000 years that the angels, the Elohim, strong with Yahweh Shai, created everything you see around us, the universe, the planets, the earth, the people, everything. And then on the seventh day, or the 7,000th year, they rested for 1,000 years. It was a day to the angels and the Most High in the heavens and the Lord, but it would be 1,000 years in our time. So the point is, can a man live for 1,000 years? No. There was one man, close to, Methuselah, right? Which, if I'm saying it right, which is 969 years, I believe. And that's before the flood. You know, because the Most High also, how should I say, dialed down the lifespan of man. In the time of Adam, men were living over 800 years, man. Okay? Then the Lord brought it down 3 times, and then He brought it down to 500 years. Right? Then after that, He brought it down to 150 years. Around that time. Then after that, it was in the 10 years, and with strength and a half, something like that, which is roughly around 75 years. Right, so that's why you had Moses. He lived what, for 150 some years old. Noah lived, was it 500 some years old? Well, it might have been more. Noah, because he lived before the old world. Okay, so the point is, again, that when the Most High, I'll say it like this: that when you have a child and you put him in punishment, right? You tell him, all right, man, you messed up. You had a bad report card, man. I told you you're gonna get punished, so you're gonna be grounded for 2 days, or a week. You know what I mean? So, but a week for the Lord, I mean, we can't fulfill His time. So we would have to be, to fulfill that time scale that the Lord wants to punish us. We would have to be put in reincarnated back into bodies, body after body after body, to fulfill the Lord's time for His will. That He wants to do whatever He wants to do, whether it be punishment, whether it be a kingdom being rising. If you understand where we're going with this, so reincarnation is real, because we have to fulfill the Lord's time, His timeline, not ours. So again, if you punish a kid for 2 days or a week, let's say a week, but let's use the Most High's timeline. Let's say the Most High punishes His children for a week. How long would that be, according to what we just read? I'm asking, right? That'd be what, a week of 7,000 years. But you see, that shows the love of the Lord too, because He didn't ground us for a week. He didn't punish us for a week. Get Amos, Baba Kashal, 3 and 2, or 3 and 1. And hold that.
Right. It's Amos 3 verse 1. 1 or 2. Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
That's right, O children of Israel. He's not mentioning any other nation. That he brought up from the land of Egypt, right?
It says, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
That's pretty clear. All the families of earth are what? The other nations, right? But you only have I known from all the nations of the earth. Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
It says, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. All right? Why? Because iniquities means what? Wickedness or transgression, breaking the laws. Breaking the laws is a wicked act. The laws were not given to any other family or the other nation of the earth. First of all, the definition of family is servants of a household. Meaning you serving the father of the house. All right? So the Most High is not a father to the other nations, because He didn't call on them to be His servants in His house in Israel. Let's hold that real quick. Real quick, Psalms 41 to prove He's with the house of Israel. Yeah. Or either Isaiah 44:1 or Isaiah 41. That was it.
Right. This is Psalms. I'm sorry. This is Amos 3 and 1. It says, hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
That's right. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right? So again, you got that precept?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1.
The only ones who could commit iniquity to the Father is the ones that are the only ones who are called to serve in His house.
Isaiah 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Again.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Okay.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Very simple. So the Most High, what? Jacob is his servant. Israel is his servants. Right? Why? Because he is the father of the nation of Israel. Man. That's why he calls us children. And we serve in his house. Why? Because again, the definition of a father, he's a father. Well, definitely father or a family is the servants of a household. And he's the head of the house. The house of the nation of Israel through his son, Yahushua. Yes.
Come, this is the book of Psalm chapter 90 verse 1. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art Yahweh. Thou turnest man to destruction, and saith, return, ye children of men. For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday, when it is past, and as a watch in the night.
Beautiful. Okay. That's it. Yeah.
That's what I gotta say.
Matter of fact, read it again.
Psalm chapter 90 verse 1. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. So before we was even a nation, you know, Abraham, through the seed of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, man. You know, really before Abraham, Adam, you know. So since the very beginning, the Most High Yahweh, okay, Yahweh has been dwelling with who? With you so-called Negroes and Spanish Native Americans, but we descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
And the dwelling is what you is considered a household too.
Yeah, right.
That's a good priesthood.
Right.
Dwelling. Yeah. That's what it said in all. Read that part again.
Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So that's the spirit, man. Lord, that has been thy dwelling place. When you go to your home or your house, that's where you dwell, man.
Exactly.
But you don't go to your house with nobody there. You dwell where your father is.
Right.
Right? First, because the first house you've ever been in, you have to be born into the house. You don't just get a house. You're born in the earth, raised up, and then you grow up to own a house or get a home, whatever. Right?
Right.
So the first house, my point, you're ever in is your father's house. So, and that's where you dwell. Huh?
Verse 2, before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting.
And like the brother just said, really, before everything was created, man, we dwelt with the Most High as spirits, you know?
Right.
Okay, with the Heavenly Father in the spiritual realm. That's beautiful. You know, start with Yahushua.
Right.
He was the first one to be in the Most High's house. He's the big brother, firstborn. And then you have what? The other spirits that were created from Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Huh? The Alahayim, like the brother said. The powers, the angels, the gods. You know, those are the aristocrats, the first fruits of the spirits, meaning literally first fruits. The first spirits ever created under Yahushua. That's who the elect are. And we always dwelt with Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. That's the deeper understanding, the deeper level of this truth, which is beyond man's comprehension. Okay? So, yeah, a generation deals with a gene, a lineage, a line, but it also deals with a generation, a timeline. Right? One generation, two generations. That involves time. Right? When a father, son, grandson, though that's going throughout the lineage, but it also involves a timeline. All right, so throughout all generations, right, we've dwelt with the Lord, man. Even before the world began. Starting with Yahushua and the elect. And again, we're on the Most High's time, man. And where we're about to get to, we're in the time of judgment, man. We're in the time that the Lord is going to send his son back to claim his throne on earth.
Thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, return, ye children of men, for 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday, in it is past.
Read
When
that
Salakia.
last part. Maybe something.
For 1,000 years,
A little bit. I'm sorry.
Khan, thou turnest man to destruction,
Uh-huh.
and sayest, return, ye children of men.
Beautiful. You see, right there. That's talking about life and death. Read that part again.
Thou turnest man to destruction,
Uh-huh.
and sayest, return, ye children of men. For 1,000 years,
Yeah, meaning that what? How we destroyed, we live to die. And in return, you children of men, what? Go back, we die and we go back into the spiritual realm. Matter of fact, hold that. And then that precept of Hebrews, the 9th chapter, it's like the last 2 verses. You go right, you'll see it. It's like the last verse in Hebrews. Hebrews 9.
is this one, right?
Yeah, it says after this. No, Hebrews the 9th chapter. Yeah. You got it? Okay.
9 and 15?
It's like the last 2 verses.
9 and 15?
I got it.
It's like 27. Okay.
It says, Hebrews chapter 9, and I'll start at 26. It says, for then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world.
But look at that, the beginning of the world. That's talking about Yahweh Shai, but proving that he's Adam.
Exactly.
All right? Because why do we suffer? Ultimately, suffering is doing wickedness, which wickedness is what? We're breaking out. Is iniquity. How do you commit iniquity? Is breaking the laws.
Right.
Being in error. And if you're righteous, you're going to be contrite. It's not going to go well with you, man. So that means in turn suffer. You're suffering because you know you're doing wrong and you're going off. So basically, Adam brought death into the world by listening to Eve. That death is suffering. When you get old in age, I slept wrong on the couch last night. I came in to turn my neck to the left. Man. It might take a day or 2 to come back. But when you're younger, 8, 9, or 8, a little kid, baby sleeping like this and waking up, fine. So as you get older, we live to die, and we grow weaker with age. But what did he just say this, Lark?
Hebrews chapter 9, verse 26. For then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world.
And that's the key word, suffer. As you age, you suffer more. Okay, with sicknesses and ailments and all that kind of stuff. But really, that's talking about Yahweh Shai. From the beginning, the foundation of the world, when he was at it until now. All the lifetimes he lived in until now, which is that when he which is about to read. I'm sorry.
It says, but now, once in the end of the world, have he appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself.
Yeah. So from the beginning, from the foundation of the world, when it was built until now, right? This is what it was all about. That he put himself, the Most High put his first son on the cross to suffer and to be crucified for the nation of Israel, man. Read that part again.
It says, for then must he have often suffered. For then must he have often suffered since the foundation of the world. But now, once in the end of the world, he have appeared to put away sin from the, it says, by the sacrifice of himself.
Yeah, then put away sin from the sacrifice of himself. That's right. So the Lord, the Most High Father, the Heavenly Father, our Father, right, put our King, our Savior, and also our brother, right, Lord willing to be of the elect, up there for the whole nation, but namely the whole nation of Israel, to bring life back to us. But it starts with the elect first. His brothers, the Alahayim. Yeah, something real quick. Okay, keep going.
It says, and as it is appointed unto men once to die, and after this the judgment.
Again.
And as it is appointed unto men,
as it is appointed unto man, right? Because we just read in here, we're about to go back to. Matter of fact, read that part where it says destroy, come, and then the Lord calls him again.
Back in Psalm chapter 90, verse 3, thou turnest man to destruction.
Yeah, how to turn this man? That means what? Because at the end of the day, if you don't got this truth, you're destroying. You're just living a life. You're just living to die, which ultimately is destruction. Look at Esau. Look at his kingdom. This place is going. I mean, the point for you to believe in evolution, You can't believe in evolution looking at this goddamn world, because it's how should I say, I don't know if de-evolution is the word, but it's de-evolving. You know, people are becoming more degenerate. They're not evolving to anything. You can't even identify what gender you are, man. But ultimately, the ways, the philosophies, the ways, and ultimately your whole life, especially in the body, you're leading yourself to destruction, right? Which is ultimately death.
Thou turnest man to destruction, and sayest, return, ye children of men. For 1,000 years in thy sight.
Return, ye children of men, right?
For 1,000 years in thy sight are but as yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night.
That's right. So once you die, the Lord calls back that spirit, and overall, He's just breaking down the timeline, man. You know, the scriptures talk about life as what, I think in the Apocrypha, as a mist, as a shadow. You know, it's a breath. You know, we went through this. You know, I've done it a few times, a video on the spiritual time difference. You know, spiritual time difference between man and the angels. And you know, we've been down here no more than we haven't been down here for an hour yet, man. A full lifetime, according to the Most High's timeline, a full timeline is what? Is it what? 75 years. 75 years, according to spiritual. I got it right here. I can look for it. Someone want to talk real quick.
Notice how it's saying thy sight, right? That's in the Most High sight. Exactly. The Most High sight. How the Most High, how He sees time is different how we see time on here. Right. That's how when He goes into Genesis, when He goes into the creation of the world, it says 7 days, but it's not our 7 days. It's the Most High 7 days. That's right. Right. So that last part just that last part just really explains it. It's a precept to Peter, right? When it goes into how the Most High, time is different than ours. You know?
That's why you have to believe. That's why reincarnation makes sense.
Right.
All right, we have to fulfill His timeline, His time scale. That's why I use that example of when you punish a child for 2 days. Yeah, He's punishing us for 2 or 3 days, but to us, it's like 2,000 or 3,000 years. I mean, it's been longer than that through the captivities. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it still hasn't been a full week. You know?
It feels like forever, but
it feels like forever, but it isn't. So that's another avenue, another channeling the love and the care that the Most High has for us, man. Because you know, you got parents who grounded their children for a month. I mean, goddamn, man, or a few weeks. The Lord did it under a week, according to His time. That's why the Lord speedily wants He wants us to be in the kingdom, man. He wants to be reunited with His children. You know, so that's another avenue to show the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai for His children. It's like when you punish a kid, damn, I won't punish him that long. All right, your punishment's over, come back. You know, that's what it is. He quickly wants to bring the kingdom and give the kingdom to the Yahweh Shai and the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. All right. So I got the time scale here. I'll just get to the point. 45 minutes to the Most High, right? And to Yahweh Shema Shai is 31 years and 3 months on earth. Okay? A full lifetime, if you got, let me see, 125, let's say 62 years. 62 years and a half, okay, is about an hour and 30 minutes to the Lord. And not like there's a clock up there in the heavens, all right? But, you know, it really is timeless. Because guess what? The Most High is the creator of time. He created time. He created the concept of time. And you stupid ass people out here, your perception is within time. How can you think like the Most High, man? He created time. Anyway, give you another one. 15 years 15 years, well, we just used it. 31 years and 3 months is about 45 minutes in the spiritual life, right? And I gave you another one. So 125 years, like you got people living 120 years, right? I think the oldest man just died a few months ago, 120 years or something like that. That was 3 hours in the Lord's time. So that's nothing. That's what the Lord said he does come quickly, right? In angelic time, right? So that's why how can we fulfill his judgments or his punishments? Like we read in Amos, I punish you for all your iniquities if I can help me out here. If one lifetime, for what? In one lifetime. You can't. We have to fulfill his timeline. So that's another understanding of why reincarnation is a reality, man. Because right here, we're in judgment right now. We're serving judgment. But you can't tell people here at BBQs that, or these niggas that, they think this is it. We're being judged, man, for our wicked past lives. And ultimately, nation of Israel being judged for their wickedness. Now, where we were at. You were done with
I was done with
right?
that.
And you finishing that.
Back in Hebrews 9:26, for then must he often have suffered.
Let me just add this, right? I'm sorry, real quick. You're going into the years, the time difference, right? Just to prove that the time difference is different on Earth than it is in the heavens, right? We know the Most High, the heavens is way up there, right? A year in Jupiter is 12 years. A year in Jupiter is 12 years.
You gotta extrapolate. Jupiter is the biggest planet.
Right. It's real big. It's different. It's far from Earth. And one day, the way the Earth revolves is faster than the way Jupiter revolves. Like it spins, right? So different. So depending on where you are in the heavens, depends on time, right? So time. So this is from the Most High created, each of the days. He created time, right? So if somebody want to say, "Oh, that's not real," well, in Jupiter they have different planets. They have different times. Different times. You see, right?
Many mansions. Those are the mansions. Yeah. Those planets. Oh,
that's just a little English. That's just how many planets is it? 12?
I don't know.
15?
I think there's more, man.
That's probably more. That's what
Esau said. That's innumerable.
In the solar system.
What I'm saying is, we got this balance. Right.
No, but that's a good point. Because even Jupiter, just to add on, Jupiter is the biggest planet next to the sun. And imagine one year or one circulation.
One day.
That's a better word. One revelation would be one year for Jupiter, but one revelation for Jupiter could be, I don't know, I think 10. I don't know how many years that for us.
What's that movie with
20 years or something.
what's that movie? Interstellar.
Interstellar. I saw it. That's hot with the Irish dude. What's his name? McConaughey. Yeah.
So there was a
Matthew
scene.
McConaughey.
There was a scene in there, right, when I think it was Jake. He was in a space station outside of orbit when they went. I believe it might have been one planet, and they were on the planet, whatever planet it was, and they were shipwrecked. They were only supposed to be there for like not long, but they got shipwrecked. Shit happened. The point is, by the time they went back into the station, people gray hairs.
Yeah.
He was there for years, so that was showing you they were down there for years.
Time is different. Yeah.
When they're on Earth, but when he was in orbit. When he was in orbit, he was waiting for like years.
Yeah.
He was shocked when he came back. He was like, "Yo, I thought y'all was dead." But they're only down there in that time for like it was like an hour.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's called like the Doppler effect, meaning that the further like this time is like. So let's say you're here, right?
Yeah.
I'll use myself. Let's say we're here, like obviously, and then you just take off and fly, right?
Right.
Time will change because you're coming out this
Shell.
this realm, so to speak, and you're going straight while the earth is still spinning, you're going straight, right? And time changes because you're going in a different direction. You know, I'm not trying to get super deep here, but the point is that we're leading to judgment and we're leading to the Most High's time. Matter of fact, we're all done. We're going to get Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter to prove that the point that just to explain the Most High's time scale, right? To prove reincarnation, and again, cities, I say empires, which come from what? Which come from rulers rule over the cities, citizens, continents, right? And again, cities are what? Nothing is a city without the citizens. So, right, if you want to come to, your whole point as a people is to become a mighty city, and then ultimately an empire. I mean, that's what the nation of Israel is going to be. We're going to be in a mighty empire, man, a righteous empire, an intergalactic empire. Right, but the point is that empires or civilizations again come forth by people, and this empire that we're in now is come forth by you wicked ass citizens, man, you people out here. So you are reincarnated, bringing back the same wicked empires, same wicked cities, time after time after time. Oh, even when you go back to the book of Judges, it says that. I forget exactly, but it says in every few verses that in Judges it says that the righteous would be established, and then after a period of time, then the wicked will come back. Then the righteous, then the wicked, then the righteous, and the wicked. So it'll be back and forth. So the wicked will always reincarnate back and spread forth wickedness. The righteous people will come forth back and will bring forth righteousness. You know. So now we're at the time where the wicked and the righteous are inhabiting the earth all at the same time. This is the most people that's been on earth in the world's history. This is why this is Judgment Day, man. And again, we're in a wicked empire called America, right? Which is brought forth and is a wicked empire, a wicked nation. And why? Because it is wicked. Why? Because the citizens and the people who are the citizens have brought forth, are manifest and reincarnated to bring forth this wicked empire again, right? Known as Rome, right? That's why this is Rome. The same mother effers, the Caesars in Rome are reincarnated back here as presidents today, as your Dick Cheneys, as your Bushes, as your Obamas, whatever. We know Trump, who's in the news, a psyop right now. We believe, starting with Apostle Dahar, showed us through the Spirit, we believe he's Nero. Right? Nero was the most, I did the research on him. He was the most hated Caesar of all the Caesars. Even the other people in his on his cabinet, they hated Nero, man. Same thing with Trump. I mean, it's all for show, but it's still out there. It still manifests that he's the most hated president, so to speak. They say. Also, Nero was big into development, building development. Trump was, what is he known for? Building development, the Trump Tower and so that would have happened in real estate. And we could go on for days. Oh, Nero was into, he loved chariot racing. I believe one of Trump's first investments was NASCAR racing. He loves NASCAR racing. All right? So the point is that everybody here today, you are brought back in this time, on the Most High's time, to receive your judgment, man. And matter of fact, you read already Revelation 19 already?
Revelation 22.
Okay. Yeah, get that real quick, and then we'll go back to Ecclesiastes. And then we'll let you know.
Revelation chapter 22, talking about the reward, right?
Yeah.
Revelation 22:12. It says, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be."
That's right. Again.
It says, "And behold, I come quickly."
And I come quickly. We just proved how it's going to be quick. Because 2 days it is going to be quick for the Lord. He ain't come back a week or 2 weeks later. Imagine you just freaking beat somebody up to the pulp, right? You know he's dead, right? And all of a sudden he just come back 2 days later and whip your ass. Right? And he's fully healed. All right, quickly. Sometimes you break a UFC fights, they suspend you for mandatory 3 months to heal yourself after the fight, or boxing, whatever happened. But the Lord's coming back, crucified and dead, quickly to come back and bring back that judgment.
It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me.
And what's his reward? The ones that stood so stiffly for his word, you know, held their spiritual integrity, man, having the faith. And the reward is what? If you look at the word reward, it means, I believe, mestos, which means for the good and for the bad. Right? So the Lord's going to bring back which is judgment. When you give a reward to somebody like the Oscars, the Oscars, all these award shows, self-proclaimed award shows, how pathetic the people are out here. Right? But anyway, rewards, you have to, for example, the MVP award. Well, let's use basketball as an example, right? When somebody gets an MVP, they have to be voted for. They have to be judged accordingly. So you can't get an MVP without being judged for it first. Okay, he has this many stats, that. So you make judgments on it, right? So same thing with the righteous and the wicked. The wicked and the righteous are being judged. For you to be the wicked, the judgment is your destruction, which is everybody who doesn't have this faith. And the righteous, they're being judged too for doing the right thing. Like I always compare it to that fake ass Santa Claus situation, the naughty list, then what is the naughty and nice list, right?
It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
That's right. As his work shall be.
You have to earn it, man. I'm sorry, you got to earn it. You know, like we righteously doing the best we can to earn salvation. These wicked people are wickedly, earning their destruction, man.
Wicked works.
You know?
Yeah, because you have righteous works and wicked works. Everybody who doesn't follow the laws of the scriptures, which is the truth, the wisdom, the ingredients of truth. Everything you do in your life is in vain, but you're working in wickedness. Just you don't have first of all, you don't have the faith of the Lord. You weren't given it. But the ones who go out there and prophesy and usher in the coming of the Son of the Father, our King, Yahushai, the ones who sacrifice their life to do the Lord's work, that's a work in itself, and we're going to be judged for that as well. That's a righteous work, and that righteous work is only given to it can only be given to an Israelite, and out of the Israelites, it's given to the chosen anyway. Yeah, we do.
Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and the Heavenly Father requireth that which is past.
You got it.
Yeah, so the topic that we're going into is reincarnation. All right, reincarnation means back in the flesh. It doesn't, everything is spiritual, man. Like the elder was talking about certain kingdoms that rise and fell. It has been reincarnated, man, just as well as the people. All right, but it starts with the spirit first, man. So, hey, like I was mentioning, I was about to say, like the rebirth of the Renaissance.
Yeah.
You see, that's reincarnation right here. What you witnessing now, all over. You see, okay, it's back in the reincarnation to do what they did in the past, man. And this is why Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to destroy America, because of the wicked deeds, man. All right, not according to this lifetime, but it's lifetime before. You see. So, hey, Yahweh Shemel Shai is deep.
You said something bad. You said they do the same things. You're right, because again, how do we know that this is the same spirits that rule Rome? I mean, it's everywhere. The symbolism. I mean, number one, the eagle. Rome used the eagle. America used the eagle. They're set up there. The government's set up. Their establishment, how it's set up. Their government. you know, again, it's not done by a monarchy, right, where it goes back by lineage, but it's and after Rome, it went back to being by monarchies. There were certain, in the Dark Ages, kingdoms, and the Knights Templar, and whatever have you. Even during the even now, you have something called the King of England and all that shit. You had our people, the Moors, kings in Spain, whatever have you. Right? Then all of a sudden, around this time, what, a few hundred years ago, when in 1776, they established the Constitution, established a government where they elected their officials. Who else did that? There was no other nation that did that, no other history, except Rome, man. So who's George Washington and Andrew Jackson and all, they're them Caesars coming back, man. All right, doing the same thing they did now, and how did Rome end? Rome ended by spreading its army too thin. That's the same thing America's doing. Then everybody's business is spreading their army way too thin. They ran out of money to pay their military. Same thing with America. They're bankrupt. They lost their AAA rating. Hey, they're in inflation. The stock market's about to crash. People are dropping $1. Right? What happened to Rome? Rome fell also because it lost its creativity. Right? It kept trying to revamp things. That's what America's been trying to do the past 12, 20 years. Bring back the 80s, the 90s, bring back old cartoon movies, old comic book movies, redo movies, you know, revamp situations. Trying to bring back that old life that doesn't have anymore. They can't create anything new anymore. They're just going back in the old boxes to create things again. So the creativity is lost in America, man. And Jake is the one who brought the creativity anyway. Through your literature, through your movies, through your music, etc.
Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and Yahweh requireth that which is past. And it says, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. And we mentioned it earlier, man. All right, people that are back in the reincarnation, we're all here to serve our judgment. You see, okay, and you see a lot of wickedness taking place on the earth, but you see righteousness taking place on the earth. Okay, and Yahweh Shem outside is watching everything. So at the end of the day, you know, reincarnation exists. Okay, the works that you're doing, all right, you did it in the past. You see, it's plain and simple. And that's why you think you live the way you live. All right, because hey, that's your life. Like the Spirit said, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. You got these wicked people that's back on the earth doing what they doing.
They do the same thing they did
all over again. So you can't make this up. All right, there's no way you just live once and you're just doing what you're doing just because. You know?
That even when I was younger, when I was trying to, as a youngster, trying to understand God and the heavens, I said, if everybody just born once, then that means I would think, is it, I think I even asked my parents, is heaven crowded? I said, is heaven crowded? If, I didn't know about reincarnation. I didn't ask because I just asked, is heaven crowded? But it would be if there was no reincarnation. Everything has a cycle. Even the earth has the ecosystem is a cycle. Even us, right? Our body, what does the scripture say? We go, we return to the dust. We're made of 75% liquid, our bodies. And goes back to the dust, the earth, and it goes back to the earth again. This ground is used to be bodies, man. We're made up of the same elements. That's why starting with Yahweh Shai, or who was Adam, what? Man in Hebrew means Adam. Right? Adama. No, Adam, which means son of the ground. Or man, that's what Adam's name was. Right? And again, we got when the clouds get full and saturated, the raindrops, waterfalls, right? fills the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, whatever have you, waters the plants, you know, and the sun hits the water or the moisture and starts to evaporate, you know, it becomes a mist, you know, and it becomes a cloud, and so on and so forth. It's the cycles again. So
Same thing with seeds, right? Seeds, in a way, they reincarnate, right? They come out the ground, and then we reuse them. We plant the seeds again, and they sprout more of that. That's in Genesis, right? That was the whole order of things, right? So if trees are reincarnated, if seeds of in fruit, vegetation is reincarnated, if water is reincarnated, right? We breathe out, we breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide, which the trees get. They put out what we breathe in. So it's like everything is recycled.
It's coming
right?
back like that. Yeah.
Everything's
Full
recycled.
circle.
Why wouldn't spirits be recycled? You see? Why wouldn't, that's like we're going into, why wouldn't kingdoms be recycled? Right? Rome is just a reincarnation. Oh, it's just like, I said Rome. America is just a reincarnated Rome. You see? So everything is recycled. Even you wicked niggas, man. The wicked people are recycled again, man. You see? Now, I had a precept. Was somebody here? Okay, let me get this, because you were going into how this country is run by senates. You know, how we don't have monarchs anymore, right? Or a sole leader, right? This is First Maccabees 8, verse 15. It says, moreover, how they made for themselves a senate house, right? Now this is going into the Greeks, right? It says, for moreover, how they made themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to end that they might be well ordered, and they committed their government to one man every year, right? Like a president, right? There's a Senate House, there's a Senate, there's Congress, there's representatives, and then there's a president, right? It says, who rule over all their country, and all that were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them, right? But that was going into how that system was created with the Senate, with the Congress, and how they elected one man to rule over many, right? And that's what we do today, right? Same shit we do today, right? So it's not like America. It's not like the people that established this country. They just thought of all this big stuff today. They got it from other nations, from other countries, man, and from past history.
Yeah. See? Showing you that they're the same people. That's right. That's right. Supposed to be reincarnation.
Yep. Right. Now you also got the Chaldeans. Right, they were into heavy witchcraft and Satanism, right? Same thing like America does today. They're into heavy witchcraft, man. Right. That's how they established this society, through witchcraft. Right? They got the Obelix over there in DC. They got the Obelix over there in Central Park.
Did you say Chaldeans?
Yes, I did.
Well, you said America. They have Chaldeans, right? Same thing. Isaiah 47:1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne.
Right, and you see how they refer to, well, it's going to go into it. They refer to it as a virgin daughter of Babylon. Why would it say the virgin daughter of Babylon instead of just Babylon? Exactly. It's making reference to something separate from the original Babylon. Right. It's just like it, but not quite. It's not the same thing.
And then it says, and then a daughter is what? A daughter is an offspring.
Right.
A daughter is a child to is an offspring. Okay. So it's saying that there's an offspring. There's an offspring of Babylon. And it's a bitch at that. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
So it went from calling it the daughter of Babylon, right, to the daughter of the Chaldeans. Right? They didn't say the original Chaldeans, it said the daughter of the Chaldeans. Once again, another offspring. So it's comparing this kingdom not only to the Babylonians, but to the Chaldeans. Why? Because it's taking on those customs. Why? Because in essence, it is those countries or systems reincarnated back in you, right?
That's right. Matter of fact, get that precept. I mean, I'll get it. I got a precept for that. There's nothing new in it. It's not just to back that up.
Nothing new under the sun, man. Everything is reincarnated. Just like we got TVs and big flat screens.
Yeah.
That shit, even that's reincarnated.
Yeah.
The Urim and Thummim. Yeah. See, so everything is like I meant as far as like the screen. Back then, we had the Urim and Thummim where you can see things. Yeah, through however they did. It was something like that. Yeah. See, so things are reincarnated, man. Not only people, but countries, but spirits, kingdoms, see, worlds. We were going into it earlier. Even plants and vegetation, man. Everything's reincarnated.
Okay. I'll go back to Isaiah, but I'll read this a little bit from here. Okay. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1. I'm gonna start from 4 and go to I'll just go to the point here. Well, I'll start from 4 and go all the way to 10. It says, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. The sun also ariseth, the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his purpose.
Right, so the wind comes back, always comes back. The sun always comes back. There's not one day where it skips, right? It doesn't have a day off. It comes back. It always comes back. Exactly. The sun goes away, and then the moon's there. The moon goes away, and then the sun returns again. And it goes. It's a cycle. Exactly. You see? The same thing like wind. It goes. Yes. Goes, it makes this circulation, a circuit, goes into fades, and then comes back again.
Oh man, I mean, real quick, that one of my favorite documentaries was Planet Earth. Oh man, that was anyway, in that documentary Planet Earth, it took them like 5 years to make that. And it was first nature documentary that was shot in HD, high definition. Anyway, the beginning of Planet Earth, the first video shows you the Earth and how how wind is created, and how wind is created and how it moves. And it's bad, man. It's basically it's I forget what we call this. It's like it has some kind of it has how should I say? I forget what we call it. So there's something it comes like steam from the earth. I forget what we call it. Some kind of like porous steam that comes from our earth, the hot steam, right? And there's only certain parts of earth that has this, and it rises up, and in a desert kind of landmass, and that creates the air, and it pushes it. Then that mist that goes through stages and passes through the earth, it goes through the mountains, and the mountains direct the wind. So this is pretty heavy, man. Planet Earth is it's a really detailed video that explains literally how wind and air is created and how it goes through a process of these mountains and airs and how it circles around the Earth. It says the wind goeth toward the south and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Onto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. All things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The point, verse 9, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new thing under the sun. Right? So there's nothing new. And that includes kingdoms, right? There's no such thing as a new kingdom. It might be remixed, right? But it's still the original kingdom. So this is why the scriptures go into how this kingdom now, that's why it doesn't refer to it as America. It refers to it as the daughter of the Chaldeans, the daughter of Babylon, right? The prince of Tyre. You see? It's the same kingdoms, man. Like, you know, it's nothing new. It's nothing new, right?
Yeah. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new?
See, there you go. See, now, does it say this is a new baby? Or
Nah, but that's how we always put it.
Okay. Right, but it's not like when a woman gives birth, right? And the baby comes out, the doctor's like, oh, I've never seen this. It's a baby. This is what's supposed to happen. It's a cycle. But there's no new thing under the sun. That includes kingdom. You see? And that includes how wicked kingdoms get put out. The same thing, man. There's plenty of examples of wicked kingdoms that the Most High destroyed. The only new thing is how it's going to be destroyed. Right? There's not going to be a destruction of a system and a country and a people like how the Most High is going to do to Esau in America. You see, I mean, you know? But it's still going to be destroyed.
It says, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new?
Yep.
It hath been already of old time, which was before us.
Which was before us, right? Yep.
No.
Yeah. So.
Let's see one more verse.
Okay.
Clean it up. It says, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Yeah, because I remember Apostle Paul always explained it real clearly. He said, "Look, if the Lord didn't do that, we would remember our past lives, and then we would be going out killing people who, we would find out how we died, and we go from hurting people, man."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the Lord had to, because that would upset prophecy. We were going, you killed my baby in my past life, and it'll just be it wouldn't be right. It would be all fucked up.
And imagine if we had all the memories of our past life.
Yeah, that would be.
That's like, I pray, especially now, our brains, how we become weaker in age.
Yeah, you'll die again, But back to Isaiah.
47, right? There's no new thing under the sun. So the Most High, the scriptures refer to America in many ways, or many names. America goes by many different names or many different titles, right? The daughter of the Chaldeans, the daughter of Babylon,
Assyria.
Assyria, Basra, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh yeah, man. How can we forget?
Yeah, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
See?
Spiritual Egypt.
That's right. Spiritual Egypt.
Yeah.
Revelation 11 and 8.
Spirit first.
Yep.
You're a spirit first, right?
So that's one way. That's one reason why America's not in the Bible. Like why? Yeah. I mean,
it's not new.
It's not new. Right. Wow. Look, it's the same. It's not. It's not new. It's not new. Couldn't say it better myself.
Well, I actually said something quick.
Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit on the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, and sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered."
It's like right when you're going over
Exactly.
when you're going over a river, and you got what does a woman do?
Yeah.
They lift their skirt, and what happens? They get exposed. That's not it. That's what I'm saying. You know, they get exposed. So that's how America is right now. America's getting exposed for being the wicked kingdom that they are, man.
Even I would say men with their garments back then. You know, gamma they lift up, you know. But yeah, and you just like the elder just said, you're exposing yourself, man. So that's what's happening to America. Anyway, it says, "The nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man."
Now when it says thy, it says go back to it says thy nakedness.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Right, it says thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen, because it was considered a shame when you were naked and a person saw you.
It still is.
It still is. It still is. I mean,
Not in America.
it should be. You know, tell them bitches that go on the train that's a protest.
Yeah, protest and spread your legs.
With no shirt. With no shirt on when they want to protest some women's rights. But so to prove that's why the story of Adam and Eve when they were naked, what did they mean? They felt shame because of the sinning, right? Because they transgressed. That's what it is. When it says their nakedness was exposed, their shame shall be seen. So the shame and the wickedness of America is being exposed by other nations, as well as the people that are wicked, man. In Yahweh
And the Lord is using his men to expose these devils. We're lifting up their skirts, you know, in a sense, you know, spiritually. You know why? Because we're letting you people know who the devil is, okay? And we're letting you know that this kingdom is going to be destroyed, okay? And the people that rule this wicked, foul kingdom are going to be taken down, okay? We're letting you people know, man.
And it's getting so bad that you have other Edomites that are even exposing the wickedness of America.
Yeah.
You see? What's that in Psalms 67? Yeah, the tongue shall fall upon it. So it's getting real bad for America. Where you have even allies of America that are turning their back on America.
According to prophecy.
Yeah, but that's all
All these shall hate the Lord,
All
man.
these shall hate the Lord.
And it's happening, man. So what's up?
Yeah. So it's getting bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It says,
so thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen, right?
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. That's speaking about Yahweh Shai, man.
I'm sorry, man. Which proves that we in that time. That's the incarnation. That's the incarnation. You're gonna take vengeance on somebody. Yeah. You pay them back for what they did. Right?
He's coming back.
But even more so too is that you see it said in the same verse. It said that nakedness shall be seen, right? So we're in that time right now. So what does that mean then? That the Lord is right. If that we're in the time of the Lord's comeback, because right before He comes back, things are going to be revealed about this wicked society. It says, "As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is His name, the Holy One of Israel."
We know who the Redeemer is. Our Redeemer is Yahweh Shai, who the word enemy calls Jesus Christ. Right? That's our Redeemer. You see? When you go into the word Redeemer, it means to what? Buy back. Right? Which goes into the word save. Right? Just like in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, when it says, "No man shall buy you," it means what? No man shall save you. We have a Savior. We have a Redeemer. And he goes by the name of Yahweh Shai. You see?
one verse. It says, sit.
Because then that chapter goes into what's going to happen to these damn fucking folks.
Yeah, I got you.
It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms.
Right, the lady of kingdoms, right? You see how it refers to America as a female, right? Because it's very beautiful, it's curves, and you know, and graphic titties, you know, just hips and all that, right? But no more is America going to be referred to as that tender and delicate woman, man. That's why in Revelation refers to America as what? A whore, man. That slave slut, that fucking dirty.
And a slut, she gets pounded, man. She ain't delicate no more.
Yeah. A whore is
She gets passed around.
Yeah, she get passed around. She get ran through. And how do you look upon a woman? How do you look upon a woman that gets ran through?
Yeah, like a lip.
You're like, damn, bitch. I heard about you. Shit. Nasty hoe. Yeah. See? Go ahead.
It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Right, see, and that's going into the nation of Israel, how he allowed you damn peons to take rulership over us and put us under subjection. That was all allowed by the Most High, man. But the same person, the same entity or same power that allowed us to go in your hands is the same one that's going to take us out of your hands, right? And judge you and destroy you. Esau, you see? Go ahead.
It says, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever.
Right. Thou sayest, I should be a lady forever. And that's what Esau, that's how he thinks, right?
That's what the king said.
Oh, you did?
We're going to have troops in Afghanistan for 100 years.
That one-armed nigga's dead, right?
Yeah.
Get sold 49 and 11. And that's how Esau thinks. Oh, we're going to rule forever. We're going to be in Afghanistan. We're going to be in Afghanistan for 100 years.
And that
nigga died, that nigga died, alligator. And that nigga died with 5 years after he said that. Look at that shit. You see? You got it?
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right, and that's how Esau thinks that, man. They actually think that they're going to rule forever. What other nation... I mean, I'm sure other nations and other kingdoms, they had that wish, you know, man, let's try to keep this our stronghold. They actually believe in their mind, Esau, right? Actually believe in their mind that they're going to just rule forever, man.
Rome thought they were going to rule forever.
Rome, right? Greece, I'm sure all them kingdoms, all them Edomite kingdoms thought
they're going to rule, exactly.
You see? And that's why America's no different. They actually think they're going to rule forever.
Well, they got a saying, make America great again. They're trying to make this place great again.
Yeah.
Well, this whore is on her way out.
Yeah,
America's on its way out. There's no America becoming great again.
Yeah.
Those times are long
Been
gone.
done.
You know?
Try to bring that spirit back, but it's dead.
Oh, yeah. The place is, man, please.
It's done.
Done. It's done, but people don't know it yet. But it's done, man. And the number one thing is the dollar's done. Now, I was looking at something yesterday. You got these BRIC nations that they've been doing business with each other. But, you know, I did something where Turkey and Saudi Arabia, which is the biggest, you want them part of your team because they got the oil. You want them part of your club. But all these nations are applying to be part of the BRIC nations. Now, I saw a video yesterday. You know there's over a dozen nations that are really applied with them? There's way more. So it's not BRICS. It's Turkey, Saudi Arabia. But there's like, this guy was going through a list. There's like 15, 16, 18 nations that are applying and will be going with the BRICS nations. So it's like 20-some nations, man. There's a lot of nations joining up together to drop the dollar. You know? So it's more than the BRICS because there's like another 15 to 12 or something that are applying to be part of the BRICS nations. And they're going to get accepted. All right? So this place is more than done, man.
Right. Still a little bit more here.
Oh, you reading that one?
Yeah. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So yeah, they think that their dwelling places are here all over the earth, because they rule the earth. Okay, they rule the scripture says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so they got power all over the earth. Okay, that's what it said. Esau, Edom, these Caucasians got power all over the earth, man. You know, they think that their houses, okay, their kingdoms, okay, Russia think they got next. Okay, these Edomite Americans think they got next. Okay, they think that America's gonna become great again. They think that this kingdom's gonna be forever, and it's not. Okay, this place is temporal according to the Bible, man. That's why we shouldn't, you know, be focused on, you know, this wicked place, man. Being here for too long, man. We shouldn't, you know. Yeah, man. We shouldn't be focused like, okay, yeah, what we gonna do in the future? No, man. There's no future here, man. The future of this place, this sinful kingdom, is destruction, man. I got a precept. This is the book
I tried to find a list. Have a list of I'm not gonna find it.
Yeah,
but I know
know.
one of them is even Mexico. Even Mexico is applying to drop the dollar and trade with other currencies.
Yeah, you know why? Because any nation, we were talking the other day, any nation that's so-called is looked at a bad light in the news, you best believe that nation is doing business with the BRICS nations. That's why, okay? That's why this happened.
Yep.
Khan, that's we were speaking about you know, us and even Edomites, you know, lifting up their own skirts, okay? But you know, we're spiritually exposing, okay, these devils for who they are, man. You know, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, perdition means what? Destruction. Esau is the son of perdition. Okay, the Caucasian race, man. Esau, you Edomites, are the sons of perdition, man. So you're being revealed, man. Okay, that's why it says that let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. Okay, this earth ain't gonna be destroyed until this devil is revealed, man. And all these nations, his own allies, are gonna come up against him, man. Yeah.
The earth will bind forever.
Right, man. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, and that is worship, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. He thinks that his kingdom, okay, he thinks that he's the Most High, and he's in control of his kingdom, which really is the Most High that set Esau, Edom up. He set you Edomites up to rule this present kingdom, okay? But he's gonna take you down. Okay, that's what it's saying, man. You think that you the Most High, okay? And the Most High is the one that's gonna take you down. Okay, for you know, for being wicked, for deceiving the whole planet Earth. Okay, for polluting the minds of the people. Okay, portraying yourself as the Most High, as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, as the real Jews, as the Israelites. Okay. You're being exposed for being the devil, the son of perdition, the son of destruction. Okay? You're the enemy. You got the spirit of Satan on you. And you're being revealed, man. You Edomites, okay, beginning with you wicked elite banking families, are being revealed, man.
That's how you have to say that. Who's the organization that whitewashed them? Yeah, man, they did that in the past. That's Esau Witness. Something that proud spirits of men. That's why this word is going on. Okay? This is the end, man. Big man, definitely the end. We get ready to get up out of here.
Well, that's how you know we're at the end, because it says that he's going to be revealed before the end comes. before this wicked kingdom is destroyed, the devil, it has to be revealed. It's clear that he's being revealed, okay, for being a pedophile, okay, for being a warlock, a witch, okay, so for being the son of perdition. He destroys the food, the air. This devil's being revealed, okay. He got the spirit of Satan on him. He just creates wars, okay. He creates lies. He creates order out of chaos, right? This devil's being revealed. So all these things are happening because the end is near. That's what's happening. The end is near. So that's why all these things is happening and is speeding up. You know?
That's right. You're right. That's why all this fucking shit's happening in society, the morality of people. You know, even they have. I was looking at now the video games are destroyed. You know, they got wokeness in the video games, man. When you go to create a character, they got non-binary, binarism, you know, gender, whatever. You know, it's just all in the games.
Well, there's a new one now. It's a gender fluid or something like that.
Yeah, gender fluid.
Where a man or a woman could just become a child all over again. But that's for them to make an excuse of pedophilia. That I already see where Esau's going. That's what fluid gender is called, right? Where you could change your age or something. You change. Look it up. Sean, look it up, man. Yo, this devil's being revealed, man, and he's gonna introduce where, you know, it's okay to have relationships with children. Now watch. Listen, the Bible says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We understand what you devils are up to, and you know what you're doing, man.
That's you know, that's what you did. You said to the spirit, it hit me. You said, like again, very simple. That's why these things are happening, man, because we're at the end, man. You know, what brother was mentioning and all this, the dumbness, you know, again, you know, me, what sets me off, people wearing masks. You still got people wearing masks today, man. You know? Meaning that people think they're going to get not sick by just wearing a mask, but they just really just watch their fucking diet and follow the laws of the scriptures, man. And really, the Most High determines your health at the end of the day. You said you found something? But while you're looking, yeah, we'll go back to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 47, verse, I'll start from 7 again. It says, "And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart." I'll start from 6. I was wroth with my people. I polluted my inheritance and given them into the hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
Right, and then it says, I was wroth with my people. So the Most High, for the Most High to give us under the hands of Esau, he had to be really upset with us, right? Why? Because we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. But that anger that he had towards us was only temporary. That anger and that punishment that he put us in, that punishment, it changed. Like if you get locked up or something, that term of punishment is about to be over. You see?
Or even like I always say, like the challenge is under scripture to a father and son understanding, or a father and child. When you punish your child, you're not going to be mad at your child forever.
Yeah.
I mean, only, you know, depending, you know, that's your soft spot right there. You're not going to be, you know, so you ground them, you punish them, but then you let them off because you have mercy for you. That's your child, man. I don't need to say no more. If it's not your child, you don't give it that, you know, but for the most part, your child, you're going to have mercy on your child. It says, and I've given them unto thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Who says that? That's the people of America, man. That's Esau. That's their mentality. They think that they're gonna rule forever, and that nobody is above them. But the Most High got the Most High got a trick back for your ass, right? Go ahead.
Therefore, hear now this, Thou that art given to pleasures,
Right?
that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Yep.
I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment. In one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Right. So it says they shall come, all of those death, loss of children,
One day!
and widowhood, that's going to come quickly. It's going to come at a moment. So everything that you establish in this society is going to get lost. It's going to be taken away in the blink of an eye. It says that this place is going to get destroyed in 1 hour. Right? It says 1 hour America is going to be destroyed. You see? Go ahead. And that now it said the reason for it because of your enchantments, right? Going back into being a daughter of the Chaldeans, man. So the Most High is going to do away with and give a harsh judgment to the people of the people of America and the leaders of America. One reason is for their enchantments, man. You see? Go back to that part.
It says, again, but these two things shall come in a moment. It says, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries,
Right.
and for the great abundance of thine enchantment.
Right. Multitude of thy sorceries and great abundance of thy enchantments, man. Because the way you got all your power, your money, the way how you got the people of the Most High in slavery, right? The way how you pushed your philosophy and your wicked wine, you did all that by wicked enchantments, by wicked sorcery. You see, the Most High is going to deal with you for that, man.
Yeah, it wasn't done in honesty.
Yeah, it wasn't done by hard work.
And truth.
Yeah.
You know, and we looked at the word honesty the other day. It goes back to honor, which honor goes back to glory, which there's no other glory than the glory of Yahweh Shemai Shah, than the glorified. So to live honest is the truth, man. You know, which is by faith of Yahweh Shemai Shah. You know, and what was it? Thinking about oh yeah, we were talking about, and by that enchantments, we're talking about one of his tools of the enchantments. That is not new, which is the Urim and Thummim. Now the Urim and Thummim were used by what? Priests or witches, right? Either or, right? Now witches, they're like a negative version of a priest. You know, they're opposite each other. You got a priest and you got a witch. You got a witch and you got a priest. So again, you have priests in our time. They use the Urim and Thummim for righteousness. Right. But then, what's the Urim and Thummim in this world? Is the TV?
Yeah.
You know, that's a Urim and Thummim.
Exactly.
That is being used by what? Not priests, but or we can say priests of wickedness, which is witches. Right. You got witches, which is they call themselves the CIA, whatever. That's nothing but a goddamn witch organization, goddamn witches and warlocks, man. They specialize in brainwashing. They specialize, which is called psyops. So what is the Central Intelligence Agency made of, really? They're not but goddamn the water. Witches and warlocks, man. That study your mind to persuade you to their agenda, to make you believe what they want you to believe. They're not giving you no truth. They're giving you what they want you to believe for whatever agenda they want to push forth. If they want to experiment an idea, they'll just, let's try this. We want to just see how they're going to react. Well, I'm not even going to say.
Yeah, with the C-19, he created order. You know, he was saying that everybody was dropping dead from the jab, right? And then everybody started taking it and believing it. You know, and they was watching the news, and the news was like, oh, this person, 1,000 people just died, 2,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
And again, like I always bring out, that C9. You know what? It's nothing but an IQ test. All right, that's what it really tests. That's the only test it is. and they're testing the IQ of the people. And man, did you people fly up, pass with flying colors for being the dumbest people in the face? Well, all the world. Now they know. Wow, we are ready. They actually believe this is going to save them. They believe this is going to. You know, you had clips out there which brother shared that there would be news reporters sharing about the. Well, I gotta watch my mouth now. Talking about the jump shots, right? And then, you know, when the cameras are off, they'll be laughing. Yep. Because they know they were telling a full. You gotta be careful with what you believe. A lie. Yeah. All right. Or falsifying, you know, information. I would say. Why can a newscaster bring out something so serious and so how should I say, never been seen before, so not preeminent, what's that word? I can't remember the word, but the world has never seen before, and then you laugh at it right when the camera's cut. Because it's a joke, and that's why, man. The joke's on you idiots out here, and you still got people still wearing masks sometimes. So, you know, they didn't catch it by now? You got some restaurants that don't allow you to wear a mask sometimes because of, forget the law, going to, not the law, but going into that concealing yourself. Because people are concealing themselves, they're robbing people. Yeah. So at certain places you can't even wear a mask.
So that goes into Esau's, one of his blessings, where it says in Thessalonians, those lying wonders, man. Yeah. And and how do they do that? They do that by their Urim and Thummim. Yeah. And how do they operate? What's the main reason for using the modern day Urim and Thummim? To put spells on the people, man. Yeah. To believe shit like that.
Yeah. Illusions.
Yeah.
You know? It says, verse 10, it says, for thou hast, it says, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
And you know, you can't blame them for being able to trust in their wickedness because it's been able to establish them as a top nation they are today. That's part of their blessing, right? The words are smoother than butter.
That's I was getting that. That's the spirit.
Yep. The words are smoother than butter.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Right. So that's the most I say. Thy wisdom, right? Your wicked wisdom have what perverted you, man. Your belief in your witchcraft and your enchantments, that's what's going to destroy you.
He thinks he's God.
Got you, right?
He thinks he's the Most High.
Yeah.
You know, the Most High is lifting up that pride.
Yeah. But that makes the destruction that much better, right?
Exactly.
Because Esau is putting all their eggs in one basket, or they're putting all their faith in enchantments, right? On the left side, not knowing who controls the left side. The Most High.
You see, even like James said, Yaakov, he said even the devils believe in trouble.
That's right. You got
you
had.
I have Psalm 55.
Okay, get that.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Speaking about Esau, man. And when you put butter on, you know, a pan, it smooths it out, right? When you put butter on it makes it smooth, you know. And that's Esau's word. That's part of Esau's blessing. The ability to lie in such a fashion that people will believe. I mean, come on.
Take the jump shot. Protect yourself and your family.
Listen,
I mean,
look, there's even though these drunk companies, I can't
go there with that.
Yeah, I can. But they've listen, just take it. It's good for you.
I got an example.
I mean, look what they did to the people on the side in slavery. I mean, the things you see about slavery was the gated bait, feeling the slave, the children, the slaves of the children. I'm gonna say wrong. The slaves' children to alligators, right? Wrapping them in a stick alive. The only reason you know about anesthesia today because you experimented on the so-called black woman when she was pregnant in slavery first. Hanging our people. The slave masters having sex with the men in front of their wife and their children. Butt breaking. Cannibalism. You had slave masters eating their slaves. Castrating the men, so on and so forth. Now, and this is the history. And you would think, you would know that's it, goddamn, that's a demon, that's a devil. But here it is. Hey, you still got people still believing in him, man. And who believes in him the most? Jake. How did he pull it off? Because he's the devil. He deceived you to think he's an alright guy, man. He has the truth. Right? But there's all the proof in history to show this man is a fucking devil, man. He's a demon. He's the wicked. He's Edom. And you got people who think Edom is done away with, man. How's he done away with, man? He's still here doing the wickedness. Only Edom is that bold to do wickedness that he's done. And especially to our people, man. To depict himself as the Most High and the Lord. Edom's still here, and Edom has the biggest destruction known to man, man. And Edom is going to build the kingdom. So how is he going to be destroyed when the kingdom is not established yet, dummy? Edom still got work to do, man. He got to work in Yahushua's kingdom. Motherfucker. Got the word for it from Merriam-Webster Dictionary.com. It says pervert, which is a verb. It says to cause, to turn away, to turn aside or away from, which is good or true or morally right.
All right, read Isaiah again, the verse.
Isaiah 47:10, it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none sees me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee."
Right, and read the definition.
And it's the word pervert from Merriam-Webster Dictionary.com. It says to cause, to turn aside or away from what is good or true or morally right.
Yeah, right? Because Esau, they don't know what's morally right. They don't know what's morally right? Why? Because they trusted in their wickedness, right? And that wickedness and that Satanism has perverted them into a way of perverted them on the way of the left, man. So they can't help but do wrong. They can't help but be wicked.
Then they have pride in being wicked.
Oh yeah.
You know? They're very prideful in being vile.
Yep.
You know?
I got Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right. Because, and this is part of the reason why, which this is what the Most High wants. You get judged for all the wickedness that you've done ever since you came back into power. So what happens? You just keep doing worse and you keep doing worse. You keep going farther and farther to the left. But that's what the Most High wants you to do. Why? Because you're going to get judged that much more. You see? Go on.
Now,
Yes,
I got a little more of the word.
You get what?
Let's get more
Okay.
definitions.
Okay.
It says to cause, to turn aside or away from, which is generally done or accepted.
You see? Right? And what's accepted? The right things, righteous things. What does Esau do? They keep doing more wicked things, more evil things. You see?
It says to divert to a wrong end or purpose. It says to twist a meaning or sense of.
Oh man, that's what Esau does, man. That's where you get the definition of newspeak, man. They just change up definitions.
Yeah.
They change up meanings of the scriptures.
Yeah.
They change. I was just thinking about the rainbow, man.
Yeah. They say that gay means gay means being a homosexual.
Right.
But it really means happy. Gay. The term gay is in the scriptures.
Right. Or the whole thing about the rainbow. It's supposed to be a remembrance of or a pact that the Most High had, that he won't destroy the earth with water again. What does Esau do? What does Esau do? They turn it into a fucking meaning of
flag
of fucking faggotry
LGBTQ.
or LGBTQ. You know?
That was it.
All right, that was it. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 8:12, it says, though a sinner do it evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it will be well with him that fear the Most High, which fear before him.
Right. So it's saying even though you do wickedness and still don't get judged for it, you're still better off doing righteousness. Okay, go ahead.
But it shall not be well with the wicked,
Yep.
neither shall he prolong his days,
Right.
which are as a shadow, as we talked about earlier,
Yep.
because he feareth not before Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
Right, and Esau don't fear that. This is why they're gonna get the judgment. This is why they're gonna get the judgment they're gonna get. Right, despite them not getting judged yet. It's like they just keep building up interest with the Most High as far as judgment, and that's something they can't pay back.
Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments,
Yep.
and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Right, and that's the Most High speaking to Esau. Okay, you wanna put so much faith and stock in this, right? In wickedness and in your enchantments. Okay, stand by that. Okay, go ahead.
Stand now with thine enchantments,
Yep.
and with the multitude of thy sorceries,
Right.
wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Right, where thou hast labored from thy youth.
Look at that straight to the youth.
Yeah. As soon as they be born, speaking lies, man.
Lies.
You see, but they put so much faith and strength and hope in their wickedness. Okay, let's see how long it's gonna last you. You see? Go ahead.
It says, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Yep. Go ahead.
That word wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, yeah, that's right, man. You are wearied, man. You know, they're going weary, tired, struggling, sweating, nightmares. In my quick testament, in my personal prayer, I pray that Yahweh Shemai Shai put nightmares in elite nightmares. I say, Lord, give the elite nightmares of your coming. Let them see your face. Let them have visions of them in slavery in the kingdom. Let them see your coming. Give them nightmares, even unto the wicked 2/3. Let them grow weary. And they're getting weary pushing forth the new order as we speak. It's not easy, especially with the righteous and the prophets of the Lord, the Spirit of the Holy Spirit rising up upon the men again. Starting with the apostles down, and then you got the nation of Israel waking up.
Tabernacle of David. It's rising.
It says, thou art wearied in thy multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
So all the men that practice your witchcraft for you to give you the power that you have, when all hell starts breaking loose, you stand by those same wicked acts you did, or the same wicked sickness that you worship, or the demons that you worship. You stand by them, right? Go ahead.
It says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants. From thy youth they shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
See? None shall save thee. Right? So it's nothing that's going to be able to deliver Esau from the destruction, man. No matter how much you sit and pray to your wicked demons, right? And all those enchantments and those sorceries that you pray to establish yourself as the great kingdom you are today, all that's not going to be able to deliver you from the Most High, man. Because those same demons that you pray to and gave you all that power work for the Most High.
Yeah, I forget what movie it is. I don't know if it's Lord of the Rings or some kind of something I saw. But it was like these, it was like some scene where a wicked king or a wicked ruler was ruling or something like that, and he's going to his wizards for information. You know, what should I do now? Can I finally take him down? And they said, look, man, you can't do anything anymore. You know, you're going down, basically. You know, so even the witches, even though they were supporting them for a period of time, they came to the point like, look, even the demons, even the demons and the witches said to him, look, you have no chance in hell. It's over for you. It's going down.
Sorry.
You know? So, that was it.
Well, this is Isaiah chapter 40. I'm sorry, Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with sins." So yeah, man, and that's a reincarnation scripture right there. All right, these elite bakers, all right, on down to the Joe six-pack cracker that's walking around here, all right, as a normal citizen, all right, still have basically the privilege over Jake. And the Lord is preparing slaughter for you, man, because you are your forefathers coming back, all right, through the Spirit, man. All right, and America, which is Babylon the Great, okay, which is the spiritual side, the spiritual Egypt, as the scripture says, the Lord is going to wipe it off the face of the earth, man. Okay, this kingdom will not stand much longer. All right, like the brother's going into, this kingdom will be done within the hour, man. Lightning quick. Okay, like the elder started with the topic of the show. This is on the Most High's time, man. All right, so basically, you know, you can't cross the boundaries that you want to pass.
Right,
you know,
right.
because the Lord got a specific day and you know, time where you know where you're gonna get taken out. And we're definitely in that time, man. Especially when you're outside carrying the clouds. Okay. It says, "For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord." So all the Edomites will be cut off. But the ones that's going to survive this nuclear destruction, you're going to be preserved for slavery in the kingdom of heaven. All right? You know, those that's going to be in the bunkers.
Exactly.
Okay? Hiding out. Whether you in your space stations or you underground, right? Outside, Abu Rajah's side, we're going to get elect, we're going to get you. We're going to enslave you, we're going to build the kingdom. That's your future. All right? And we're going to be the rightful rulers of the earth. We're going to show you how to do things on the earth. And it's according to the ways that Yahweh sent outside the scriptures. All right? One more verse, it says, "I will also make them a possession for the bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts." And the nuclear missiles going to complete the job. All right? As well as, you know, on the outside the angels coming with those chariots. All right? Shooting concentrated fire from mountains. The whole infrastructure of America is going to be through, and as well as the people. All right? That's your future. All right?
Got a precept for you. This is the book of Psalm chapter 149, verse 4. "For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people." Okay, we know the Lord's people is Israel. "He will beautify the meek with salvation." Okay, he's going to beautify his elect, his chosen. Okay, Yasharala, you so-called Spanish Native American, wherever you're at, you're going to be beautified and you're part of the elect. Verse 5, "Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand." Okay, in the near future, okay, when this kingdom is destroyed, okay, this is literally going to come to pass, okay? We're going to be singing, man. We're going to be praising, glorifying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And we're going to have, the men of the Lord are going to have two-edged swords in their hand. Verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
That's right, man.
To bind their kings with chains. Because we know you wicked elites, man.
Bring that back again.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh, Yahushai, be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
That's right. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, man. That's what time we're in. We're talking about time. And all you goddamn heathens have had a hand on putting down the nation of Israel. You invested with the international bankers. You invested with these other nations to throughout these generations to put Jake into captivity, man, and to try to erase him out, exterminate him, pertaining to Psalms 83rd chapter. It was Esau who funded the international bankers, right? But it was what the the Ishmaelites, the Arabs who built the slave ships. It was the Hamites who rounded up Israel as well. Yeah, who was basically, that's a good word, who were scouting for the international bankers, man. For the Alamakites. And you Moabites too, on to this day. You got on to this day, you have people who don't speak a lick of English and been here for 30 years owning 15 liquor stores, and they're from China. As soon as they come over here from India, they already got a grant to own 10 7-Elevens. Excuse me, Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, that's what I really meant.
Gas stations.
Yeah, gas stations. In your neighborhood that you grew up in, and your grandparents grew up in. He got here 10 weeks ago, and he's already a general manager of Dunkin' Donuts. You got these Hamites who who get grants who pay like 10% in their college tuition, they pay nothing, and they become doctors. You go to your healthcare, it's nothing but goddamn Alamakite or a Hamite, man. Some big lip Hamite, man, telling you what you promised, telling you, lying to you what to tell you what to take as far as the scripture. Anyway, vengeance is gonna be upon the other heathens, man. Okay, you had a big stakes of helping Esau put us down. And you still do today.
Yeah. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Okay, so you wicked elites, okay, that the earth is given into your hands. You're gonna escape. You think you're gonna escape judgment. You think you're gonna escape captivity. Okay, that's why you have underground bunkers. You have space stations. Okay, you're gonna escape. Okay, for a little while. Okay, but it says.
Just to be the first one to the slavery.
Right.
That's why.
That's why it says.
They wish they were dead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, all you heathen nations, beginning with Esau, Edom, you wicked elite banking families, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Who's the kings of the earth right now? Okay, you wicked elites. You're ruling this world in wickedness. Okay, this is your kingdom. Okay, this is not the kingdom of Yahweh Yahushai, man. It's your kingdom, and your kingdom is temporal. It's saying that you're going to be put into chains, and the men of the Lord are going to have two-edged swords, and they're going to round you heathens up and put you in captivity.
Backdrop, all kingdom being is rulership.
Right.
That's right. You're right. They're the ones who are ruling right now.
We're going to execute judgment, man, and this is righteous judgment, man. Okay, we're going to execute judgment. That judgment for you heathens is what? Is being put in chains and captivity to serve. Okay, to be servants, to be slaves, all you heathen nations, beginning with Esau, Edom, you Caucasians, man.
I got precept for you.
Because all the ways of the least, their mind is perverse. They're adverse to the Most High, and this is why the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. Just like He destroyed kingdoms in the past because of your wickedness. You're not running the world according to their ways, man. This is why you're going down. Right. This is why the nation of Israel is being uplifted, because it's time for us to move. Right. The spirit of Yahweh is outside.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 13. It reads, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, verse 12. It says, it was said unto her, the elder should serve the younger.
Who's the elder? Okay. Esau came out first. He came out of Rebekah's womb first. Okay. Isaac and Rebekah, they had 2 sons. Okay. 2 twins. Okay. Esau's the eldest, and it says go again.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Yeah, Esau's gonna serve us in the future, man. He's gonna serve the younger. The younger is Jacob. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're younger, okay, physically, but in the spirit, we're older, because Esau comes out of us, man.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
The Most High hates Jacob. Jacob is a people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Okay, he loves the elect of the nation of Israel, but he hates Esau. Esau is Edom, Caucasians. He hates you.
That was it.
And Jacob,
it says something.
Esau is the end of the world.
You want that one? That's second.
Yeah. So Esau's still on earth, man, and Esau's still in rulership.
Yeah.
That's proof, because Esau's world. We're in Esau's world. We're in Esau's kingdom. Okay, this is Esau's world. This is a white man's world. Right or wrong? This is not your world, so-called black man, Hispanic man. Okay? Who's ruling? Whose kingdom this is? It's Esau's kingdom.
Got it?
It's Esau's world.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 8. I'll start at 7. It says, then answered I and said,
and I gotta say, it's in my head. I'm trying to share it, but I'm trying to get away from saying white people, because there's really no such thing as white or black. I know we do it for edification, but going to the algorithms and racism, really, because my thing is, I've been thinking about lately. You got a lot of most white people that they Jake. I don't even know. So-called white, I'll say. And then another point is that you have someone who may look like a Jake, but they really might be an Edomite. So just back here, just to bring that out, that really is you Edomites, man, by
Edomites.
Again, you could have an Edomite man have a baby with a woman from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And the kid looked like me or whatever.
Yeah, he's
but
dark
probably
skin.
Edomite, man.
Yeah.
But you can tell by the spirit.
You can tell by the spirit.
Weirdo, Like what's that? Was it Tia and Tamara? Is their father really? Well, is your dad? Yeah. Is their father really Edomite or no? We're not really sure about them, but we use an example. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
They can still be Jake.
Yeah, they can still.
You don't really know. That's why we need the angels down here on that time of Judgment Day to separate the wheat from the tare.
Right.
You know what I mean? But anyway.
Yeah, that's important that you brought that out, because man, you have Israelites looking like heathens, man, and then you have heathens looking like Israelites.
We're just a curse to look like Esau anyway. So that's it. But anyway, we're all cursed.
That's why the scripture says, in a twinkling of an eye, we all shall be changed. Okay, the elect that look like heathens, look like the nations, when they get delivered, the elect that look like heathens, they're gonna change, man. They're gonna become dark skinned again, man. Okay?
Melanated super body.
Yeah, man. Celestial beings, man. Celestial bodies, man. Yeah, we're gonna be perfect, man. We're gonna be superheroes on earth, man. Okay? We're gonna put you kingdoms. We just brought it out. We're gonna take this kingdom, man.
2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? This Ezra was inquiring. All right, and then basically, when we going to rule? All right, just like the 12 disciples asked Yahweh Shai privately. All right, so show you that the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. The prophets are reincarnated back in the earth, looking out for Yahweh Shai's second and final return to set up the kingdom. All right, but we're in that time now. You know, those that died in the truth, they're going to come with the Lord. We're going to all be in the air with the Lord. Lord will be making. All right, into the kingdom. And it says, and he said unto me, which I believe this is the ancient Uriel. All right, it says, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau, which is symbolic of us taking down Esau. All right, and it starts by this word going out, like you read the elder read in Isaiah 47. These devils are weary, man, in their counsels. Because this truth is out. They can't suppress it anymore. They can't contain it anymore. Basically the cat is out the bag. All right, and this truth is spreading like wildfire. So these Edomites are done, and they know it, man. All right. So it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. And you go to that word world, it goes into the basic eon, which means age. All right, so we're in that age period, that time period, where the Lord, basically declared the end of Esau Edom from the beginning, man. Like the elders going into being on the Most High's time. That's how the Lord set it up. So Esau is the end of this kingdom that we're currently dwelling in. All right, and Jacob, which represent our so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're the ones that's being awakened and uplifted. All right, and we're uplifting and glorifying Yahweh Shai. Those names have to be pushed throughout the four winds, so our people can receive this word and receive salvation. All right, and be the rightful rulers running the Yahweh Shai's government on the planet Earth.
And I gotta say this to back you up, man. That's what proves that any of these false religions, which is really philosophies, which is one of these fornication understandings, what they call religion, prove that that's not the way. I don't like to say Christians, because really true Christians go to that definition. Really true followers of the Lord, right? Follow His ways, start with the commandments by way of faith, believing in Him. But use it for edification. Say you Christians and these churches, the Muslims, Roman Catholicism, or whatever you phrase, all these false religions, all right, has been around the earth for a few thousand years, right? Let's use this current generation, this current timeline, right? You got the Muslim religion is going around all over the earth. You got Muslims from Russia, Kazakhstan, China, and everywhere. You got Christianity everywhere. You got Christian Moabites, man. All this is spread around all the world, man. But the thing is, now you got this truth is basically all over the world now, man. Especially with the Kyrie and Kanye thing. That really, it was already over the world, but that brought to another hyperdrive, man. So the point is, now it not makes more sense, but look at when this truth is spread all over the world, and look at related to the current events of the world today. And that trouble and that danger and something that's ending is happening right when this word is put out, but not when. Look at the state of the world when the state of the world when Muslim religion was out and Christianity was out, it was in good standing, so to speak. My point is, let's say, like we're at this stage now with everybody, with the Kanye and Kanye West thing, but the economy's getting stronger. There's no war going on. There's no BRICS nations or nobody's not denouncing the dollar. All this stuff is happening right when this word is being out. So this has to be the correct word, man.
Because as we speak, the dollar's collapsing. We're weeks away or months away from the economy crashing. Morality's out the window. Transgenderism or gender identity is the #1 topic according to these wicked ass countries. And basically the morality and degenerate behavior and mentality is happening at the same time where Israel is no longer all over the world. So we're right there and prove that this is the correct word. This is the truth because of the current events coincide with this abundance of the truth being spread out all over the world. So just because basically this truth has to coincide with much danger all over the world, or things going in a downward spiral. That wasn't happening with these other religions, man. You got over the summer that's predicted what the central bank digital currency is going to be implemented, man. You got talks of the sea being put into place, concentration camps. You got your former president being indicted. The biggest divide ever going on right now. You see the wars on top. I said you see like different channels are screaming about war.
Oh, war, yeah.
And you got citizens killing their politicians. I did a show that was going into. I put the guillotines are not only for the elect, because you had the French citizens are now threatening their MPs or their elected officials with the guillotine because they raised their retirement age, and now they're flipping over cars and burning shit again. And now they're threatening their officials, saying, if you do it again, we're gonna cut your head off. Why? This is happening all in the time of this word of Israel, the true name of Yahweh Shemashai, the Hebrew Israelites, or you so-called blacks, Latino and Native Americans, is being spread all over the world, man. In 2023.
This is Matthew 24, verse 14. It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
Yeah.
It says, Matthew 24 and 14, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world."
And that's another key word. The gospel means good news. What's the good news when you go to church? Like, what's their good news when you go to church? Go to school. Invest in a house. Well, that's not really good advice and good news when the market is going down. When your college's tuition is going up. How is that good news or a gospel from the understanding of God, right? When something's going down and you got people in the church telling you still pursue a life of prosperity, that's not good news when everything around you is going down. The good news is what? That this place is being down and that we're going to rise up and the Lord's going to come back and reign on earth and bring righteousness back on earth.
It says, "In this gospel of the kingdom," right? And notice how it says, "In this gospel of the kingdom," right? Because you got other gospels of the kingdom that's false, right? But it's specifying a specific good news or a specific message, right? It says, "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end
witness.
come."
Meaning what? To testify against you. A knowledge against you. When you go to a courtroom, you say, we call a witness to the stand to testify, right? This is a witness against the other nations, man, that you're going down and we're proclaiming that we are the people of the Most High and we're going to rule with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom, man. This place is done with. Yahweh Shai is coming back from his father's father. We are the chosen. And you nations are going down, and you Edomites are going down, starting with the international bankers, man. And you other wicked camp leaders, you out of here pretty soon yourself.
It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
And that's right, witness to all nations. So again, all the nations, especially, with the Kyrie and Kanye thing, which probably backfired on their ass, psyop, is this is brought to another level.
And it was already at that level anyway, because you already had camps opening all over the world. Apostle always brings out, you got, in Africa, they know about Apostle Gahal, man. And he didn't make a trip over there. They know about GMS, Great Millstone, which represents the true gospel, right, of Yahweh Shai, man, and trueness.
Translated in different languages.
Right. All right, let's, from that scripture, let's go to Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter. You had something to say?
Yeah, I got something for you.
Real quick, and then Ecclesiastes 3rd, we'll finish on
This is
time.
Matthew 19:27. It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And that's what this is all about. We've been looking forward to this time period, man. After being reincarnated in so many lifetimes, we've been looking for this time to come to pass, man. And we are here because why? We see all the signs around us that's happening. All right, especially seeing the chariots, man. So it's all about those that follow Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation. You see, those are the ones that's going to be set up on the earth to lead, like we brought out earlier. All right, that's going to reign on the planet Earth forever. It's going to be for eternity. All right, all of Israel is going to be righteous, as the scripture says. God, people shall all be righteous, but it starts with the elect on this first go around. Being delivered, man. All right, and being set up by Yahweh himself, being crowned and all that. And receiving power of the nations as Yahweh has received. But he's going to receive y'all real soon. Okay, and receive us. All right. And it says, and everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, shall receive in hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. We sacrifice everything on the side, man. Not saying that, brothers got kids or whatever, you got to take care of them. We coming into a time,
you got to take it, don't you know?
We come into a time, man. Hey, you still have to remember, you have to work out your own salvation in fear too. So it's all about you doing what you got to do.
Let's go
in order to make it.
Let's go to Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter. Time of judgment. Let's start from the first verse and then go to the time of judgment.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse
Loud.
15. That which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and Yahweh Shai requireth that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there.
Yeah, because like Elder Zucker always told me, America's already destroyed. We're just playing it out through the movie, man. It's already done. And you guys are already dead. We're just here to understand what we are, whether we're the truth or not. But we'll go for the life.
It says, and moreover I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, the Heavenly Father shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work.
Now I wanted the time of war, time of peace. Is there a time of judgment? No?
Oh, that's verse 8, Ecclesiastes 3:8.
Let's say judgment, right? That's all right.
No, nah, it doesn't.
Let's say you will finish off with war and peace.
Ecclesiastes 3:8. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace.
And that's it. So, that was a precept brought up before too. A time of judgment, a time of war, a time of peace. And this is what time we're in now, man. We're in the Most High's time, and it's a time of judgment. Time to reward the judgment to righteousness, to salvation, and judgment for the wicked to destruction. With that, we'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Kal Kadash. Shalom. Shalom.